Hello everyone, and yesterday Splitgate 2 officially launched. To say there was controversy was the understatement of the century, but I honestly have some good news regarding it. 48 hours ago, the Splitgate 2 beta was officially closed, servers were taken offline, and the game began its update in preparation for the main launch. Everything was going smoothly. I even released my video to celebrate the game going live, which, by the way, wasn't sponsored. I don't know why people were trying to say, "Ha! Gotcha! I just enjoy Splitgate 2. It is literally illegal to not disclose when you do a dedicated sponsored video. This video today, as an FYI, also not sponsored. Back to the point at hand, the Splitgate 2 servers were taken offline. The game was being updated, and the CEO of 1047 Games went to the Summer Games Fest to present the game to the world. So the presentation begins. Ian, the CEO, takes the stage to announce the game to the world. People see the Make FPS Great Again hat, and people on Reddit absolutely tore that man to shreds. Ian goes on to say that he grew up playing Halo, he's sick of the same Call of Duty every year, and he wishes there was a Titanfall 3, and that is what inspired Splitgate 2. Here is where I think they made a massive mistake. In the days leading up to the reveal, the official Splitgate 2 Twitter account said the large big mode that is going to come to the game with the official launch is going to be bigger than a campaign. This set some lofty expectations, which I've got to say weren't met because the bar was set so high. I'm surprised nobody vetted this before it going out. Surely they knew A Battle Royale wasn't revolutionary. And yes, that's what the third big game mode is, a Battle Royale, but it's with a twist. I'll talk more about that in a minute. What also surprised me, and people also took issue with this, was that Ian also said we're revolutionizing the FPS genre and then announced we're releasing a Battle Royale. Literally, Titanfall 3 died for Apex Legends, a Battle Royale. Fortnite took over and killed off a lot of FPS arena games. That really wasn't the right wording to pick. Again, I don't know why nobody said, hey, look, we can present this in a way better way. The reason I say that is because you've got 200 developers at 1047 Games, some of which were very surprised on what was said during the reveal. Did nobody think to say, hey, look, we could probably present this in a much better way? Because the Battle Royale, I've played it in the last 2 days, and you guys are watching gameplay of it on screen now. It's different to other Battle Royales. It's like an arena FPS's take on the genre. It's honestly the best Battle Royale I've ever played. For those of you who don't know, I absolutely despise the genre. So to even get me to enjoy my time playing it says volumes. How I would have presented it is 1, don't set unrealistic expectations, but also 2, present the game mode and then talk to your audience about how it's going to be different. The big change for Splitgate 2's Battle Royale is that if you don't wipe the whole team, they'll respawn within 10 to 30 seconds. Each time you kill an enemy, it actually decreases the time you have to wait. Why this is so impactful, and it's my core gripe with Battle Royales, is that once you die, that's it, you're stuck spectating, or you need to search for an entirely new game. By adding the respawn mechanic, it allows players to play the mode like an arena FPS. Death isn't the end, and sure, you can revive your fallen teammates, but the fact that the respawns are built into it makes a massive difference. What I noticed about this Battle Royale is 1, it caters to arena players because you can play it like that. Big team enjoyers enjoy it because of the map size, and it could even take players away from pre-existing Battle Royales because the mechanics of the game are so fun. But none of that was said in the presentation. 1047 were not smart about it at all. It wasn't articulated or told in a way that gave people an idea. All people got was, yay, a new Battle Royale, just like Fortnite. That's so revolutionary. And you can't say you're going to revolutionize the FPS genre and then announce the most generic mode that killed a lot of people's fan favorite games. No wonder people were annoyed. I was even annoyed because I love Splitgate 2. I love the arena modes. There is so much variety for people to play. You don't even have to play the Battle Royale. They added OG Splitgate, the original Splitgate, a rendition of the first game. They added traditional Team Slayer, traditional SWAT, snipers. There's even a competitive like mode, which will have ranked. I hear ranked is coming out in around 2 to 4 weeks. Hell, there's even Forge for people to create their own maps. There's Nuketown already. There's Dust from Counter-Strike. There are so many awesome things about Splitgate 2, and yet all people got out of it was a Battle Royale. And then even with the Battle Royale, they didn't even tell the broader audience how the Battle Royale is different. Splitgate 2 is fast, and it really caught me off guard that the Battle Royale still enables that playstyle. You're seeing how I'm playing on screen. I'm absolutely soaring at the enemy teams. To me, that's fun. The core mechanics, as Bungie used to put it, those 30 seconds of fun, the core gameplay loop of Splitgate 2 is awesome. Most of this controversy was completely avoidable. I even noticed there was so much loot on the maps. Again, something that wasn't said. It isn't so much luck based on the weapons you get, but it's more about how you can control a situation, your teamwork with the people on your team, and how you're going to approach each encounter. I was scratching my head because I was like, I could have presented it better than this. Even me saying this to you guys, I could have presented it better than this. It's frustrating for me because this was avoidable. This also brings me to what I promised all of you I would talk about, the macrotransactions. Not micro, nothing about these transactions were micro. So I straight up called out Splitgate 2, the whole game. I tweeted out, there is no way you guys are charging $100 for the main front bundle, front and center in the shop. The color white portal was $34 or something absurd. I fight for you guys. I always have, I always will. I actually got pissed off because people actually had the audacity to say, ooh, Remy's not gonna comment on that. Why the hell wouldn't I? And because I did comment on it, like I always do, I woke up today to the official Splitgate account replying to me, and they said, we have halved the prices in the shop across the board. And we've also issued refunds to those who bought early. First of all, I said in last video, the Splitgate developers listen, and that's how they're different to other companies. I've complained about the current state of modern gaming for years, especially with microtransactions, because I felt players deserve better value. I have no problem with developers earning an income on a free-to-play game, but I strongly believe there's a fine balance so people aren't being taken advantage of. Splitgate 2 and 1047 are the first and only company I've ever dealt with that have listened and slashed the prices overnight. Sure, there's more work to be done, the game has just come out, and boy, have there been some very avoidable mistakes. But unlike doubling down like Microsoft and Activision for example, they have taken steps to improve it within a day, and I respect that. I genuinely hope this sort of communication continues because that is what will build consumer trust over the long term. The game is fun. Splitgate 2 is one of the best arena FPS titles I have played in a long time. I'm a free-to-play player, so I don't really purchase microtransactions. I never really have, but in saying that, I want games to be the best they possibly can. And if I can be constructive, take your guys' feedback, present that in a way the developers can see, and then that feedback is listened to, I think we're doing a really good job. So that means in regards to microtransactions, players get value for money and they don't feel like they're being ripped off. The game mechanics are fun and people can enjoy the games they're playing, and under the hood, the systems in place aren't manipulating the player base who are actually playing their games. That is how I always look at things. And Splitgate 2, it's got the fun mechanics, it doesn't have skill-based matchmaking that makes you lose, and they're working on the microtransactions based on our feedback. I really hope the communication continues. And that's it. That is the Splitgate 2 launch that really could have gone a lot better. The next Splitgate 2 video will actually be a deep dive into all of the new content, so we'll talk OG Splitgate, the new arena playlist, and everything new that came out. I also heard your requests for a more in-depth movement guide, so I'll make sure to do a dedicated segment to that in the future as well. What a 48 hours it has been, and really, we're just getting started as the Xbox showcase is literally in a few hours, and many people are wondering if we're going to see Halo. But for now, thank you all for watching, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later.